Okay, and then these are the newest additions to the wall up front. Obviously, the first religion, Hinduism, that symbol is the Om, symbol of eternity. And one of the concepts in Hinduism was the wants of man. Pleasure and success are the paths of desire and self-fulfillment. Duty and liberation are the paths of renunciation and sacrifice. And then most recently, the Dharma wheel in Buddhism, the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, and those are our newest additions. Okay, so the first thing connected to the red envelope is where we started the year. God is love. God is love, and the first commandment that we were working with this year was love God and love your neighbor as yourself. It's two parts to the command. So we started off with you as the unique individual that you are, and setting off in life and applying you to life and life to you. And in the process, things about yourself are revealed and things about God himself are revealed. All right, so off we go. All right, so we talked about the discernment process. Have decisions to make. Have decisions to make about what you want to do with your life. Sometimes the plan changes. We have a lot of practical things to deal with, like money. Early on in the year, we had a discussion about Solomon's choice. Two women come before King Solomon. How does he know who the real mother is? How does he know who the real mother is? What he's looking for is evidence to prove that, yes, this is real love. This is ultimate love. And if you're going to find the evidence of that, then it's going to bring you back to where we started. All right, so we talked about Solomon. How does he know who the real mother is? How does he know? All right, and then off in life, sometimes we come across a fish out of water and we see or know that the fish is out of water. We know that the fish has to be back into the water if it's going to survive. And we look around and we say, why isn't someone doing something? Why isn't someone helping? And then we come to the conclusion that actually, I think that means that we're the ones that need to do something about it. All right, and then you apply some of this to relationships. Over the course of the relationships that we have, we allow some people that we trust and love and know to see the real us, so to speak. If you were to apply that to the allegory of the cave, there is the real versus the fake, the shadows. The real versus the fake and the shadows. Just a quick thing. If the person who slips away and is able to see this reality, they can't go back to the way that life was before. They can't go back to looking at the shadows thinking that that's what life is all about. Can you apply that to the Truman Show? And now can you apply it to Siddhartha Gautama or Buddha? Once he has the experience of the four passing sights, he can't go back to the way that life was before. All right, and then we applied specific ways of life. The first one that we talked about was the single life, and we had this conversation here. We, in the course of the discussion, talked about the difference between the different kinds of fun, young fun versus mature fun, and came to the conclusion that it's not about you. All right, come back to that in a minute. All right, and then we talked about the consecrated life, the evangelical counsels, poverty, chastity, and obedience. And when we were talking about it, I showed you a video of one sister who said, yeah, it's hard, but it's the good kind of hard. It's hard, but it's the good kind of hard. That's what she said regarding the consecrated life. And then when we talked about the ordained life, our next way of life, I showed you this film, The Fishers of Men, and one of the priests in The Fishers of Men said, where there is love, sacrifice is easy. He was talking about the priesthood. In Vocations Week, we had a sister who came to see us, and she was talking in the class, and one of the comments that she made is, if sacrifice is not part of what you're doing, it's not love. All right, and then we move from the ordained life to the married life. And this is what Pope Benedict said about the married life. I know it's long, just bear with me really quickly. It involves a real discovery of the other. Moving beyond the selfish character that prevailed earlier, love now becomes concern and care for the other. No longer is it self-seeking, a sinking in the intoxication of happiness. Instead, it seeks the good of the beloved. It becomes renunciation and is ready and even willing for sacrifice. Okay. Can you connect this to this? And then back to this. And now on to parenthood was the last thing that we talked about as far as the first part, the vocations part of the class. Parenthood, and I showed you this, the pietà, literally means pity. Michelangelo, Mary holding the dead body of her son, Jesus. So our first religion obviously is Christianity. Christianity, and the symbol of Christianity, the cross, and what is it a symbol of? And then we moved on to Hinduism. And again, one of the concepts in Hinduism was the four wants of man. Now, just take a quick look at this for a second. Pleasure and success, paths of desire and self-fulfillment, duty and liberation, paths of renunciation and sacrifice. Back to his letter, it becomes, it seeks the good of the beloved, it becomes renunciation, and it is ready and even willing for sacrifice. Back to this. Okay? All right. So even though they seem to be talking about different things, I mean, Hinduism applied to what we've been talking about since the beginning of the year may not seem like it would have a fit, but if you consider all the things on the board, it might. Okay, so this was really the reason, one of the reasons why I came in. Guys, I need to know what's in the red envelope.